Всем доброго времени суток, с вами Анти, и я сегодня играю в Stanley Parable и попробую пройти какую-нибудь еще одну концовочку. Ну, поехали. Так, вот мы появились по стандартному в офисе нашем. Давайте закроем дверь, чтобы... Ну да, все нормально.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Голос нам ничего нового не говорит. Но быстренько пробегу. Так.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Левую, правую дверь.
Door on his left.
Ну, я, наверное, буду соблюдать инструкции в этот раз голоса и пройду так, как он мне предложит. Посмотрим, что получится. Так.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
конференц-зал,
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Идем тогда сейчас в кабинет начальника. Ничего интересного тут нету. Дверь открылась. Все же не все тут двери заперты. Ну ладно, я развернулся и нашел правильный путь, собственно, я согласен с голосом. Хорошо. Куда? Давай. Да. Но двери по-прежнему все не открываются, не закрываются. Только одну нашел, которую можно открыть. Да. Так.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Начальника тут нету. И стол тут стоит. У меня появился в центре. Так, нажать что-нибудь может?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Так, видимо, надо вот 2845. Окей. Да, все, я понял. Нажмись.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ну, да, зайдем, посмотрим. Странно, что за мной не закрылось ничего. Но кнопка... Тут темно. Ясно. Ни к чему хорошему, я думаю, не приведет на самом деле, но нет другого выбора. Опять мы спускаемся в какие-то катакомбы. Да.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Как-то тут темновато, лампочек нет. Ну, есть одна, конечно, да.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ну, еще есть вариант Escape. Нет, собственно, я последую указаниям голоса и пройдусь, но как тут темно. Темнота — это не лучший друг, я думаю. Темнота — смерть. Лампочка. Включить свет. Давай.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
О, я тут уже был.
What horrible secret did this
Вон
place
там вот.
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he
Ничего
have the
хорошего, я
strength
помню,
to
тут
find out?
не было. В этой комнате. Предвещает беду. Так, камеру сейчас включить, наверное, надо будет. Тут. Ничего не нажимается, ну ладно.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Забавная комната, туда кто-то курил. Упасть нельзя. А почему бы не кинуть вниз бычок? Нет, вот тут их ровно складировали. Ну ладно, ладно. Что тут такое? А, 600 экранов. Охренеть.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Ну, ладно, поехали.
No,
Вези меня.
he refused to
Отлично.
believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly
Нет,
spent his
я уехал из
entire
той
life
комнаты.
utterly blind to the world?
Но пришел не менее
The
интересно.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Тут много всего хочется потыкать и посмотреть. Давайте зайдем. Все нормально, не знаю, зачем это сделано. Ну да ладно. Что это такое? Сейф. Тоже не знаю, как нажать на нее, но ладно, пусть висит. Лампочки. Давай 1, 2. Красная лампочка горит, наверное, нам туда пока что нельзя. Очень много кнопок, которые хрен знает для чего нужны. Вот эта большая красная кнопка, она требует, чтобы нажали, но... Нет. Нет. Она не нажимается. 5. Так. Где остальные? Что-то горит. 5. 3. Во. Давайте. 3. А, вон 4. Давай, Стэнли. Где? Так. 4. И... А, вон, да. 5. Сейчас попробую в последовательности нажать. Так. 5. Ничего, походу, не изменилось. 5, 0, 0, 5, 2, 1. Нет. И кнопку большую нельзя нажать. 0, 1, 4. Нету кнопки 0. Может где-то код есть. Их надо. Опять. Нет. Нет. 1, 4. Не знаю. Не знаю. Ну ладно. Я вижу, в принципе, куда еще можно пойти, поэтому пойдем сюда. Ага. Хорошо, идем. На самом деле еще понажимал те кнопочки в разном порядке, но...
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ну, давай, как уж тогда решили следовать указаниям голоса, выключим все это дело. Видимо, я попал по кнопке OFF. На самом деле хотел другое что-нибудь понажимать, но раз так получилось... Что происходит? Вижу тут... Ага. Очень темно. Тут стул какой-то. Я забрался. Дайте свет, я не вижу ничего. О, вот свет.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Постою тут, дожду пока свет лесенку.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Да, мне нравится. Выглядит неплохо. Только где наш офис стоит, непонятно, потому что тут луга, домик. Парковочка. Опа. Ну, прикольненько, давай.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Стэнли был счастлив. Отлично. И я так понимаю, это конец, да? Загрузочка. Да, нас кинуло на начало, это был конец, и я сейчас быстренько пробегусь и попробую нажать включить это все дело, чтобы посмотреть, что будет. Итак, вот я на месте, и нам предстоит опять выбрать, включить или выключить. Но поскольку мы уже знаем, что будет, если выключить, давайте попробуем нажать кнопочку ON. Да.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
Наверное, можно нажать будет эту
I'll
кнопочку.
tell you exactly what happened to them.
Потому что появилась
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you
точечка.
free. Of course, that was merely
Сейчас
in this
автор
instance
договорит
of
у
the
нас.
story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the
там
next
дверь
go
открыта.
around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with
Закрыто
it.
уже.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Где горит?
These are precious additional
Красная
seconds,
кнопочка.
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Что?
dear me,
Минута
what's the
40?
matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're
было
going
меньше.
or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer
Да.
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered
Ладно, давай
buttons.
нажмем.
Oh, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place
Нет.
is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big
уже
boom
говорил.
and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
И зараза
Or will you
двери
let
все
it go
закрыл.
peacefully? Another choice.
Ладно.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All part of the joke. And believe me, I will be
Я хочу что-нибудь нажать.
your inevitable life from the
Вот
moment
что.
we fade in until the moment I
не
say
трясись.
happily ever up.
No! Похоже, мы взорвались. Да. Да. Мы взорвались, и это была еще одна часть концовки. Я не знаю, как ее предотвратить. Может, там по комнате надо бегать, кнопки нажимать, но я не знаю, в какой последовательности и какие. И я думаю, на этом можно закончить. Поэтому спасибо, кто смотрел. До новых встреч. Пока.